discussing some other things about my books as soon as he's done running that water. So, I don't have a lot of battery on here, so I'm not going to be in here for very long. Wait for a couple people to show up. I'm going to be reading from the silly things we talked about. See that? That is the cover. This is all done by me pretty much. Got that. There is the back. Show you guys some of the pictures that I have in here. Like this one right here, that's my cat. And there's a picture of a cup of coffee. So we got that. This is a picture of a sky that I took. I think this was when I was in Minnesota. Hello. Hello to everybody that's joining. So before I get into reading some of my poetry, and I'll mention it again, you know, at the end of the live, or kind of, you know, when more people join. But right now on my Ko-fi, I have chapters 1 through 5 of my book Jackalope Fangs on, basically on there for 75 cents. So not each, but chapters 1 through 5, it's a PDF. You can download it, and for 75 cents you can read 5 of the chapters. I was going to do this with a fantasy novel that I'm working on. It's a YA fantasy, but it's going to be a little while before I have the first chapter completely done and edited to do that. And I'll probably do multiple chapters for like a cheap price like that. But I figured I already have most of Jackalope Fangs done, because I kind of want to like share what I have done with readers and everything. I think it'd be kind of fun to, you know, kind of read some of the book before it goes on to like KDP and all that other stuff. So I make a few cents, you guys get to read something, hopefully that you find interesting. Right now that all that information is out of the way, S.C. Dickinson, you can find my Ko-fi, that's the name I write under. I also have this as like a digital download in my shop, along with my book I Don't Know These Shadows, which is short horror stories. So let's read you guys some poetry. Let's see, what's a random good one? So this one is called Why the Willow Weeps. Wrote this like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago maybe. Kind of like a story-ish, poetry, whatever you want to call it. So, a young boy stares out his window, safe from the storm that's raging outside. He cannot help but wonder about the weeping willow in the yard. There it stood, tall and strong. He watched as the wind made its willow sway, but could not move the tree itself. "Mother," he asked. Mother turned away from her tea to face the boy. "Yes. If the willow can stand strong against the storm, then why does it weep? My dear, she says, sometimes tears are the armor against the storm, the shield against the blade that life swings at you. Throughout history, one has always needed an army to seek revenge, but only the strongest of us can forgive. That is why the willow weeps, dear. The willow weeps because it feels the pain we often even refuse to see. Yet it does not let the pain keep it from being beautiful. The willow stands proud in its uniqueness. It does not build itself up by tearing others down. It does not take the lives of trees different from it. It simply is beautiful with the willows it uses to weep for the world. So that was Why the Willow Weeps. Not the best picture, but that's like a painting I did. My artwork is not the best. But still it's in here. A lot of these are pictures I took too. Those are mountains in California. Take a drink real quick. And hello to everybody that has joined. This one, I know I've read before on some things, but this one is called The Places That Shape Us. All the places we've been hold all the memories of all the things that shaped the people we became. We became family, we became friends. We became shoulders for teary eyes and worried minds to rest on. We became voices that joined in on the laughter. Walks in the park were small adventures. We discovered who we were inside at flea markets and coffee shops. When we found that the thing that was so us, all the places we will go will be the places where we grow more as family, grow more as friends. Create more memories that bring laughter, that bring tears, that will be the new things to learn, new things to explore, new things to try. I can't wait to go and to grow. This one is Hope and Hopelessness, a kind soul in a cruel world, stronger than gentle. So basically like a little haiku kind of thing. There is a poorly done, I think it was supposed to be a daisy that I did, watercolor and pen basically. And just to show you guys who hasn't seen yet, this is the front cover, the silly things we talked about. This is a picture I took in Minnesota down some road. I think it was Sunset, I think, actually. Sometimes I forget if these are really early or getting towards nighttime. But, yeah. That's the front cover. I really like that picture. Here is the back. This is from one of the poems called Seas and Friends. And it says, rainbows seem a little more transparent now. Seas and Friends is the first poem in here. And you can't really see it too well, but there's a little drawing there. I drew that at a specific time, and I put that there for a specific reason. So this is a longer one. And this one is called A Letter to the Person I Was. To the person I was, I promise that I know for certain that you deserve to love the person you become. The person you become is tired. The person you become loses sleep over what ifs. What if I can never look into the mirror and love myself again? What if I never amount to anything, never live as a person I dream of becoming? Sorry, not doing any co-host right now. What did you need?
To start dinner?
Oh. Well, I probably can move over this way. To the living room. Hold on, guys. Oh, I told you I'm coming in here. Okay. It's facing this way. Common sense. Okay. What if by the time I get to doing everything I imagine it's too late? What if the days of simple pleasures like watching
The black piece part is what it's called.
the rain or staying up all night reading are no more? This dear person I was is the battle you face every day, but I am here to tell you that you are a strong warrior. You get up each morning and put in your all. Even though your eyes are tired and your body aches, you continue to hope and to aspire to be the person you wish to be. Even on the days of dread, days where it was just a little better the last time. Keep dreaming, dear person I was. You're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to be free. Hopelessness at times, you're allowed to feel angry. When you have the whole of the world on your own, dear person I was, you're allowed to work on yourself. You're allowed to love the things you do. You're allowed to do what makes you smile. Dear person I was. It continues to be a battle who you are, but I promise you are victorious. I have nothing to hold this stuff up with. How come you never found the tripod thing, Nate?
What?
How come you never found the tripod thing? Alright, what's everybody thinking so far? Here's one of the other little drawings. Like I said, you guys can get this book digital download for $1 on my Ko-fi. So, I don't think I have my Ko-fi linked here, but I do have my YouTube. And I posted a video about my chapters for Jackalope Fangs being on Ko-fi. And I have the link to my Ko-fi on that. I also have the link in the post section, you know, what used to be called the community tab. So, I would you guys some random haikus and nonnets and stuff.
Shit, I mean, it's common fucking sense. Like this, come here. Like that, look.
Alright.
So this one is a happy puppy runs around excitedly, loudly barks with joy.
Okay, and when you're done with the celery, you need to just chop it half.
Okay.
Hi everybody that's joining. On a summer night I sleep. I drift off to dreamland, mermaids swimming in the deep. There's mice in a marching band. I'm getting thirsty. This is the one I wrote about my cat. Fur white as snow, sapphire eyes, playful purrs, meow cat. And there's my cute little kitty. Finally, it shows that there's one person on here, but it's saying a bunch of people are joined. Don't you just love that? Morning tea. I'm pretty sure these are the minutes right here, which is like 9 lines, basically 9 syllables. This one's called morning tea. The sun makes the sky a bright orange. The cat stretches by the window. A calm and quiet morning. I got my favorite cup, a warm cup of tea. The air is crisp. Sip, sip, sip. Yummy mint.
Cold, that's not for cooking. No, just go ahead, just give me.
Moon behind mountains, a beautiful evening sky, a grand sight to see. So, Ron Moore haiku here. Like it's a mix of nonnets and haiku in this section, basically. I'm thinking when I do my next poetry book, which I don't think I'll do the pictures and everything, because this was kind of a lot to format and put together, and still did not come out to be the greatest. It could have been worse. Like, it's okay for what it is. Like, I'm putting these together, they're going on Amazon and stuff, so I didn't expect, like, perfection, right? This is all being done by myself. But I think for my next one, I'm just going to just do poetry for this next one. I don't know if I'll do poetry in like flash fiction or something like that.
Whatever needs to be washed, not your mom's work shirt. Needs to get in the washing machine.
But yeah, like I said, some of them came out pretty okay. I don't know if it's going to be as long as this one, because I think this one with the pictures and everything, it made it up to like 75 pages. I want to get at least over 50 if I'm going to be selling it online and everything. But I already have a working title for the next one. Thinking about calling it Lemon Tea with Honey.
Line up this mess I just made and then throw it in the washer.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about sectioning it off. I've never done that before. I have done the picture thing with some of my old books that I had under a different name that I just put together without the pictures, but they weren't like drawings or anything. They're just like stuff I made on the computer. So it's really not that big of a deal. But thinking of doing sections for haiku, for nonnets, for limerick, stuff like that. Hello, everybody.
Do you have any clothes that need washed?
Yeah, don't throw them in here.
Well, then why are you standing?
Hello.
My sleeve, my hoodie sleeve.
Let's see. Don't want to like read the whole book to you guys because the whole point is to get you interested in checking it out. Oh, we got some hearts going. Alright. Where will you go tonight? Perhaps a place by the sea. Wherever the choice is right, be as free as you can be. Hopeful for something good. I will dream of great things. No more negativity now. Happy. Got a few people now. So,
Get the purple
yeah,
and all the
this is available on Ko-fi digital download. This is on Amazon. I think I put it on the Barnes & Noble Press now too. Pretty sure I have it on Lulu. But Ko-fi is probably going to be your cheapest one. I also have I Don't Know These Shadows, and again, the first 5 chapters of Decade Fangs.
on my bed and grab my socks on the floor there. It's gonna be right by the top of my bed.
This one's called Field. A field of brightly colored tulips looks like a rainbow on the ground. Butterflies flying above you, earthworms beneath the dirt. Grasshoppers hop around, dandelions, sparrows sing, sunshine, life. Another nodded there.
Did you find him?
I don't know if you did.
They're over there.
This one's called Vlogs.
There. Look, move the bag. Move.
I have created a playlist called Vlogs. Sometimes when I need to laugh or I just need an excuse to tear up, I'll pick a random one and give up all control of my emotions. Sometimes memories are all you have to go back to. Sometimes memories are all you have to get you through the next day. So keep watching. No matter how ridiculous, no matter how boring it may seem to another's eyes, I'll keep watching the memory of the time I had no worries. The time the simplest things created laughter that took away our sorrow. I'll keep the memories of the times I was proud of my ideas. I'll keep the memories of when I was strong for myself.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the next big
You want to
idea
clean the table off?
to the world, but the memories made me.
Now I gotta find something to clean that floor off. I have to hit the hole. And why is this shit still on the fucking table? Damn.
how this one came out, but
This is what I want you to do. I want you to clean
a
this
little
up.
tiny butterfly.
I want you to take a rag out of there and I want you to wash that.
Probably should have done that one in pen. I mean, in the book you can see it, but online, not too well. We got 120 hearts. Thanks, guys.
And almost 2 hours before that's done, so you have time to clean this up and sweep the floor.
Oh no, he was trying to get into that box. He was trying like hell to get into that box.
Well, you need that. But yeah, we clean it out, then he goes in at once and that's it.
I know. So this one is called Little Butterfly. Little butterfly fluttering around, I wish you were strong enough to lift me off the ground and carry me far away from the worry and the hopelessness. Little butterfly fluttering around without a care in the world, I wish I could be as free as you, free from the criticism, the shouts over all the other thoughts, free from the concern over the opinions of others, free from picking the I should be over the I want to be. Come teach me to flutter around. Come teach me to flutter away to my truth and serenity. So, you guys liking the poetry so far? What are you thinking? I always try to put my all into what I write and everything. This one is called Meadow. Lying in a meadow of flowers, I enjoy the splendor for hours. I am warmed by the sunlight. The sky is blue and bright. Birds sing in a tree. I feel so free. Happiness, breathe in, peace. I think that maybe I should do more lives. I don't do enough lives on here. I just don't have time and everything. Then I need some new stuff to read to you guys. Some of my stories are a little long to sit there and read online, but I have read some of my stories. I don't even know where my book is for that one though. I have so many plans for future books, like Jackalope Things. I'm more than halfway done with that one. It's going to be a series of short books, right? So maybe a little thicker than this. This is like 75 pages. Like I said, it's going to be like Goosebump-esque kind of thing. You know, like short horror, spooky, mystery, supernatural kind of stuff. But more geared towards adults. When I say geared towards adults, I don't mean things that are like overly graphic. You will never find like graphic depictions of gore and stuff in my writing. That's just not me. My spookiness is more going to come from doppelgangers and surviving zombies and ghosts, stuff like that. I can't do the gross stuff. I can't do the hardcore gore. I'm sorry. I can't write it. I can't read it. But they will have adult characters and stuff like my book Jackalope Things does. And what I'm planning for the series is if we're basically to be about a town. I want to kind of write it where most of the books you can read individually, but they'll have like reoccurring characters, right? So if there's a character in Jackalope Things, they might be like a side character, they might be like a main character like in book 5 or something, that kind of thing, right? That is what I'm thinking. And so I just want to write like little short, fun books for people to read. Some might be a little darker than others. Some might be a little bit more adventurous. You get the idea. You know, and I don't want to put in just filler stuff to like make it like a 200-page book. If it only hits 100 pages, fine. Like I've been trying to make it longer than my short story books that I have out, but if it doesn't get to that point, I don't want to force it because like I said, I just don't want filler for people to read. I like background stuff on characters, right, that are necessary. That lets me know about the characters and stuff. But I don't need unnecessary things. Just so, you know, it'll be longer. Do you do yes or no? I don't even know what that means, sorry. No idea. I want to make sure nobody else wrote anything. So yeah, that's one of the projects that I'm working on is that so far it's going to be called Shadow Oaks something. I'm thinking of like Tales from Shadow Oaks. That's my working title so far for the series. The other books that I'm working on is a YA fantasy that is about 4 sisters who are living in this futuristic America where, 1 second guys. Okay, never mind. People are living within like their zodiac signs and kind of have like elemental powers and stuff, and they are 4 Gemini sisters who have like another like secret power. And the sisters' names are Kafira, Nephili, Sepharina, and Ayala. And there's like different elemental kingdoms, which aren't really supposed to be kingdoms, and people kind of like acknowledge that, but in their world it is what it is, right? They have a whole bunch of other stuff to worry about. So we're gonna see different characters and different points of view. Yeah, not too much more I can say about that one. I want to like incorporate different mythologies and stuff in the story, because this is, like I said, a futuristic fantasy North America, basically, or at least the United States. So it only makes sense that there are different types of people and different mythologies and different beliefs. And while there is going to be some from Greek mythology, I wanted to kind of focus on some other ones because we see that a lot in media and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it has fantastic stories and everything, but I'm trying to learn about things like, and this isn't just for the story, but for my own personal eclectic pagan path, right? Mythology of Egypt and Slavic mythology, Celtic mythology, Germanic and Nordic or Norse mythology, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's gonna be 4 main characters with elemental powers. the mention of different deities, of different cultures. We're gonna see dragons, we're gonna see gnomes, and other things like that. That is what I'm planning to put into this story. So, I think it's considered an urban fantasy because it's technically set in the real world. And it's going to be a while before I get that one done. Because there's going to be a lot of research, a lot of world building in that one. But I will put up some chapters in a Ko-fi once I'm done with that one. Nope, not doing co-host. Sorry, guys. Especially if I don't know you. I went down to one. See, I know I've read some of this before, and I don't want to read too much and repeat it. But I'm also trying to show everybody, you know, what's in my book. So maybe you'll be interested and want to get my book. So maybe I will read one more poem, one more long poem. Just gotta find a good one. I mean, I think they're all good, but you know, something that's not too long. Okay, this one is called Daughter of Sky and Earth. I am the daughter of the sky, the one who dances under the moonlight. I am the daughter of the earth, the one that feels the energy from the dirt beneath her feet. O mother, O father, make me one with the sky, one with the earth. Let me have the strength of blazing fire, but also the gentle warmth of the fireplace. In the winter time, let me have the calmness of lakes, but also the excitement of waterfalls. Let me hear your voice in the wind, see your body in the mountains. Let me feel your presence in both the sunlit morning sky and the star-covered sapphire one at night. Lord, Lady, Mother, Father, make me one with the air, so my spirit will always choose freedom. One with the earth, so my spirit will keep growing into who it's supposed to be. One with the fire, so my spirit has the courage to always fight for what's right. One with the water, so I know when my spirit must be calm and when I must rage. Lord, Lady, Mother, Father, all make me one with you. So, yep, that is some poetry from my book, The Silly Things We Talked About. I write under the name S.C. Dickinson. Like I said, this is available on multiple platforms. Cheapest is probably the PDF, the digital download from Ko-fi. I mean, you can also get the ebook on Amazon too. But I think Ko-fi might be cheaper. Or maybe about the same. One of those. But yeah, that's the back. That's the front. That's what it looks like inside. So I have this. I have I Don't Know These Shadows, which is spooky short stories. I have another poetry book called Only Children Dream. That one does not have pictures in it. I feel these are better written. A lot of Only Children Dream were written like when I was much younger and like really trying to rhyme poetry and stuff. I have a lot of meaningful ones in that one too. But this one, despite its flaws in its formatting, which again is not bad, I just wish it would have came out the way I wanted it to. There's some more mountains. You know, this one I feel is better written, in my opinion. The other short story book is called Another World Called Ours. I think the stories are equal between that and I Don't Know These Shadows. I Don't Know These Shadows is just more focused on the spooky stuff. I will say I Don't Know These Shadows, I probably edited a little bit better. So yeah, if you are interested in helping out and supporting an indie author and reading an indie author's work, again, you can find me on Amazon, Lulu, Barnes & Noble Press, Ko-fi, and a few other places. So, probably going to end the live here. Thank you to everyone that showed up.